All right, so we got my man Clark here, man, joining us on Tour Media. Same little thing, all the way out here, man. You're watching Buzz play. What do you guys think about the game? Rocking with On Tour Media here, man. We're here at Folsom Field, homecoming weekend, and I'm kicking it with.
What's going on Tour Media family? It is your boy, the legend, with On Tour Media, coming back at you once again. If it's your first time here, check it out the channel. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. You already know. Smash that like button for your boy. Let's get into it. Today, we are talking about the episode that took place on First Take with Paul Finebaum. And Mr. Paul, sir, has disrespected Coach Prime. And I'm here to tell you I'm not happy about some of the comments that he made. So you guys check it out, man. We're going to listen to this together, and I'm going to react to it.
Anyone asking whether Deion Sanders and Colorado are close to the playoffs simply doesn't understand the reality of the road. They're not going to the playoffs this year, and I'm not sure Deion Sanders is ever going to get them to the playoffs because I don't think he has the patience to stay at Colorado long enough. There's so many misconceptions out there. Deion Sanders is the best salesman I've ever seen. I personally love the guy and for what he stands for. But the program looking out has a ridiculously inflated view of itself. I heard Shedeur Sanders, who's a fabulous quarterback, say last week, "We are everyone's Super Bowl." Shedeur, you are not. You are an easy win nowadays. You got off to a phenomenal start last year, beating a couple of mediocre teams that had big names. And quite frankly, you haven't done anything since other than crash and burn. So I know that the media loves this story. We fall all over ourselves. But Colorado isn't important in college football. Deion Sanders is. He's a standalone person. He's one of the most charismatic people we've ever seen. But Colorado is nothing. They don't matter. They're irrelevant in the big picture of college football. Well, Shay, let's see if Stephen A. Smith and The Rock and every other important entertainment figure in the world shows up this year. My guess is they won't because it's not the in thing to do. Last year it was. And by the way, I was as guilty as you were. We obsessed over Deion, but this year it's a totally different situation. They're in a
through the
Let me stop right there. Paul, irrelevant? You're wrong. They're very much so irrelevant. To your comment as far as them going to the playoffs, it's a new season. You don't know what they're going to do, so we can't speak on what's going to happen. We can talk. We can say what we want. Everybody can say their thoughts on it, right? Whether they're going to make it or not. Definitely think they're going to make it to a bowl game, be bowl eligible. All right. We don't know what Coach Prime's tenure is there. As far as we know, as right now, he's there, right? So as far as you saying he's not going to be there long enough, that's a speculation on your behalf. Kudos to you for speculating. I can speculate that he's going to win a national championship. So you can keep that to yourself. I just think the hate that he brings it, and around the point that, let's go to Shedeur's comment, right? He brings up Shedeur's comment about being everybody's Super Bowl. They are everybody's fucking Super Bowl. Excuse my language. They are everybody's damn Super Bowl. Maybe Paul's never played the game in his day, right? So what Shedeur means by everybody's Super Bowl means not meaning they're the best team in college football. What he means is everybody gets up to come play Colorado. Everybody wakes up that Saturday morning or that Saturday night before game time, wanting to put on a show and bring in their best. They're probably not going to bring their best when they play a Nebraska or when they play Kansas State, but they're going to bring their best when they come play Colorado. You know why? Because the spotlight is on them. So that's what he means by everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody wants to beat the name. The Sanders. Everybody wants to beat the Sanders in Colorado. I don't care if they're 0-5. When they come play that game at an 0-5 team, knock on wood, they're not going to be 0-5. But they're going to want to dominate. They're going to want to beat their ass. If I'm wrong, then, hey, tell me I'm wrong. But I know I'm not wrong. You want to beat the name so bad that they're going to get up and play that game their hardest. And the cameras and lights and everything's going to be on them. That's their time to shine. They want to be able to say, I had 5 sacks on Shedeur. I had 100 rushing yards against Colorado. I ran over Shiloh. I picked off Shedeur. That's what he means by that. They come to play on that game and they bring their best because it's all eyes on Colorado. Recruiters, scouts, former NFL talent, players, celebrities, everybody's watching that game. It's a fucking Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Paul, but you're wrong. It's a Super Bowl to some of these kids because guess what? Some of them may never make it to the next level. So this is their NFL. Paul. And for you to speak on Stephen A. Smith and The Rock and all these guys, you're saying, oh, they're not going to show up this year. Man, let these guys speak for themselves. How dare you speak for them? You don't know that relationship that they have with Coach Prime. You think that, so basically what you're saying is they were clout chasing and they only showed up to those games or supported Coach Prime because they was clout chasing. Do you think their celebrity status that they need to clout chase? Man, somebody must have pissed in your good old boy flakes this morning, Paul. Because your true colors is coming out. Let me get back to this video, man. Piss me off.
Will eventually get them to the college football playoff. Now, to address some of that ether that Paul Finebaum just directed at Deion Sanders. Colorado is everybody's Super Bowl. The reason that they are the Super Bowl is because all eyes are on them. I still remember Dan Lanning telling his locker room that Colorado was there for clicks and they're there for wins, right? They knew that they went out there with a vengeance and they did blow them out, but they played harder in that game than they played in any other game of the season. So if Shedeur in his mind is saying that, hey, Colorado is everyone's Super Bowl because they think they're so great, I can kind of see where Paul is going, but he's saying in the sense of everyone wants to beat them into the ground because they do have the number 1 quarterback in the nation, and they do have the number 1 wide receiver and cornerback in the nation in Travis Hunter, and they do have the biggest personality at the head coach position in Deion Sanders. So Paul, yes, people do know Deion, but it's also because he is a great coach and he's a Hall of Fame corner. But you know his players, and what he is doing in the portal is bringing in guys that have a like mindset to him and what he wants to accomplish. He is trying to find the right guys from the past 10 years of terrible recruiting that Colorado has had. And I believe if he can get Colorado to the college football playoff, it will be a great thing for college football, not just for the eyes, but also being able to take a program and take them to new heights. Colorado has not won a conference championship since before Shedeur Sanders was born. They are relevant in this space. Will they win 9, 10, 11 games? I don't know. But I'm not going to try to kick them while they're down at 4-8. If they win purely 6 games this year, I call that a success.
Facts. One of the worst takes I've heard, he said today, one of the worst takes I've heard this offseason. I heard a lot of bull jump last season, but this season, man, he kicking it off early. We still a few weeks out, man. We got a few weeks out. We still a few weeks out. He kicking it off early with his takes on this BS garbage. You guys comment below, man. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Let me know what you guys think about Paul Finebaum's dissing of Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, in the comments below. Continue to lock in with your boy, the Legend 5, on Tour Media. We out. Peace.